Hey YouTube, so I'm just doing a quick video. It's gonna be on the current state of female hip hop. It was a highly requested video, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it. For those who follow my channel, you guys know that I always do videos on hip hop and the commentary. I haven't done it in a while, but here I go. So I just want to say, shouts out to all the females that's really doing it big in hip hop, all the females that are on their come up. You know, you got like Meg the Stallion, you got Cash Doll and all the other dolls. You got of course Cardi B, Young Miami, City Girls. So everybody's really doing their thing right now. It's really good to see. It's really refreshing to see other females, out doing their thing. Because for the longest while, there's been this like narrative where it's like only one female can dominate and only one female can, be on the scene. So it's very refreshing seeing other females do their thing. Of course, there's one female in particular that I really love. Her name is Malibu Mitch. Bananas, like, you need to listen to her. Like, there's one song that I'm so crazy about. It's called The Countdown. Well, it's like a freestyle that she did over Biggie Smalls' beat. You guys should really check that out. So yeah, females are really doing their thing. And I really feel like Cardi B really helped break that narrative of this one female thing, in terms of like breaking records, being on the charts and doing all of that, because for so long, it's just been a one female game. We know who, you know. So I'm really glad that Cardi B came out, and I feel like Cardi B really opened that door for other females to really come out and do their thing. Because like I said, for so long, it's been that one female empowerment kind of going on. And we all know what Nicki's attitude is like. She don't want to be out there with anybody else. So it was really refreshing to see another female come out and just really do their thing, because for so long, and I'm just being honest, I feel like, back then, the difference between back then and with Nicki Minaj is that, say for instance when Little Kim was out, we all know that Kim really dominated female hip hop, not just in the 90s but the early 2000s, right? Of course, with Notorious Kim, La Bella Mafia, then The Naked Truth, before she went to jail. Kim was really dominating. But the difference is that, she didn't have this attitude like, oh, no female can stand beside me and this and that, whatever. Yeah, she was the queen. She was the queen of hip hop. She still is, the queen bee and all that, whatever. But people back then, they just really understood the essence of music. So she was standing up there with Da Brat, with Missy, with Left Eye. Everybody was still eating, Remy, Foxy was still doing her thing. It wasn't just like a one female show. And that's what I love. That's why I'm so glad I really grew up during a time where, number one, the music was good and like females stood together, even if they didn't get along or they had some little beef going on. Like, the music industry and how it was, and just the artists themselves, they really understood the essence of music. Therefore, they were able to stand together. Everybody could put out an album, at the same time, and it was dope. Like, you know what I mean? Like, for instance, correct me if I'm wrong. Like, for example, like Foxy Brown put out Broken Silence, I think 2003, if I'm not mistaken. And then, Kim had her album, La Bella Mafia. They were both heavy hitters in the female rap game, and they were still able to kind of coexist in the game and drop things at the same time without there being, super stiff competition. Like, oh, no, you can't put anything out, and, oh, I'm the queen, and no, oh, all you bitches, need to sit down. Like, it wasn't like that. You know what I mean? So I just feel like being in a male-dominated world as it is, and then being in a male-dominated sport, hip-hop, I feel like Nicki Minaj could have done a bit better with that, I felt like she should have helped a lot of females out during her reign. I feel like she shouldn't have been downing other females and telling people to sit down and calling, other female rappers her sons, and, trying to tear down people and doing all that, behind the scenes sabotage. I think that's very super corny and tacky, because it's like, you've been in the industry for a good while now. You had a long run. You know what I mean? I'm sure you know the ins and outs of being in the game. I'm sure like I said, earlier just now that it's a very male dominated sport. So it's like, you're so into you're so into female unity until somebody else comes that's a threat to you, and then all of a sudden you're trying to tear somebody down. It's like, which one is it? You know what I mean? That's what I find very funny and contradicting about her. You know, and like Charlemagne said, like, Nikki just makes herself very unlikable. It's not that you're hating on her, because like I said, I can give respect to where it's due. I feel like Nikki did reopen the doors for females, because for a long time it was quiet. After Kim went to jail, I remember eavesdropping something, and then she disappeared, and I think Trina must have dropped something, but then she disappeared. You know what I mean? So it was like no females were really making any noise in the game like that until Nikki came out. Whether you like her or not, me personally, I'm not really a fan, of her music. And it's not just with her. I'm just a really old school person, so I love my old school hip hop. So I don't really mess with new school artists like that anyway. So, I love my Foxies, I love my Kims, I love my Left Eyes, I love my Missies. You know what I mean? I love my MC Light, Queen Latifah, Yo-Yo, Moni Love. You know what I mean? Salt-N-Pepa, Lady of Rage. I love stuff like that. So it's not even a personal dig to her, but like I said, I can give props to where it's due. She did help open those doors. So I feel like with that, she should have been more. She should have been less catty about it. And while on that topic, there was a recent thing on Instagram where she dropped, I guess, the anniversary of when her mixtape came out, Playtime Is Over. And then she went on this whole rant, as usual, about her not getting any acknowledgement. I just feel like every time a single that she drops flops, she just goes on this rant and then goes crazy on her Queen radio. Like, that's what I mean. It's like, for me, it's like, if you've been in the game for so long and you're so sure of yourself, you're the queen, everybody's your son and all that stuff. It's like, why do you feel the need to always go on some rant? Why do you feel the need to tear other females down in such a male-dominated industry? And you know what I mean? That's why I find it so phony when you go up to accept awards. You're talking about, oh yeah, I do it for the females and, female empowerment, this and this and that. But it's like, you're the first one to tear any female down that you find is a threat or that you find is doing much better than you. We seen that story. When you were coming up, what you did with Kim, you did it with Iggy Azalea. I mean, who the hell is Iggy Azalea for anybody to even worry about? So that's how I know you're super duper insecure. And then it's like, you did the, with Remy Ma, who just came fresh out of prison, minding her own business. But again, because she came out, she was winning awards, she was dropping hot singles that were actually charting, and she was, winning awards for it. You felt some type of way, and then you were sneak dissing her as always on your tracks. It's like, girl, get your life. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like, you had a long run, like I said, Cardi really opened that door for other female rappers now to come out and to do their thing. It's like, you know what I mean? Just let the girls live. It's not that serious. There's room for everybody. But yeah, like, she's saying, she feels like, females aren't giving her the acknowledgement and, this and that. But it's like, at the end of the day, that same acknowledgement that Kim wanted from you, you didn't give her that. You came out being super disrespectful on your come up, throwing all these shots and saying this and that, and, oh, you bitches need to sit down and feed me grapes, and, oh, and in your little freestyles, taking super obvious subliminals at Kim. And for the ones that are going to be watching this video saying, oh no, but she paid homage, like Kim said, and I've been saying this because I've watched Nicki on her come up, it's like, how are you shouting her out, but at the same time you're sneak dissing her and you're throwing all these jabs at her? It's like, really? And then you have the nerve to put on your caption, oh, do your research. Nah, your fan base and other delusional people, they need to do their research, because it's very clear. Anyone with a brain, anyone with ears can see that you were, in fact, sneak dissing Kim. And it took Kim a while, actually, to respond to her. When she did, it was when she responded with Black Friday. And that was long after you've been taking all those jabs, even after your success, when you came up, when you were dropping your singles now, like on the Monsterverse, Hello Good Morning remix, the I Ain't Through song with you and Keisha Cole, Roman's Revenge, That's Why You Mad with you and Lil Wayne. You know what I mean? It's like, why? Why are you taking all these jabs at the woman and she didn't even bother you? That's somebody that you clearly were inspired by, that you really took from in many ways, like on some single white female shit, trying to live vicariously, through Kim, yet you're not trying to give her the proper acknowledgement. You know what I mean? And a fan checked her on that, because when she was trying to say that she feels like females should give her acknowledgement, a fan said to her, I really love you and I respect you, but you need to really give Kim the proper, you know, homage. You know what I mean? Like, you really need to get it right with Kim. And a lot of people were saying that. And she got mad and she blocked the fan. And then I think that's when she put the videos of her acknowledging Kim. But it's like, you were still throwing shots. Hence why people are saying you need to get it right with Kim, because Kim did not start the beef with you. You started it. And it really became evident to people during the Cardi B beef, because it's like, when Kim was trying to explain, I remember on the Breakfast Club, everybody was writing Kim off as this old, disgruntled female rapper from the 90s, even though she dominated the 2000s, but people seem to forget that. That just hates that somebody else is in the spotlight, when that wasn't the case. Nicki just doesn't like to have another female stand beside her, and that was evident with every female that came in the industry. Beyond Kim, she's done it with everybody, and all the behind the scenes stuff that every female is saying about her. Everybody can't just have the same story. You know what I mean? So it's like, give me a break. At this point, and this is not even a video where I'm trying to bash nobody, but it's just like, yo, like, you've been in the industry for a good while now. You had a long run. Bow out peacefully. You know what I mean? Leave with your dignity. Don't bow out being just so, you know what I mean? And it's the same thing that she tried to clown Kim for. It's like, oh, I think she must have said something along the lines like, don't be remembered for being a hater and for being bitter. But it's like, karma, deja vu, like, you're doing the same thing, except Kim wasn't doing that, but you're actually doing that. The same thing that you were trying to tell Kim not to do when you were so busy clowning her, when you know for a fact that you were throwing your shots. But, like I said, that's another story. You want that same respect, and everybody's catching on now. And that's why you had the issues with Cardi B, because the thing with Cardi B, a lot of people, they never thought that she would have blew up. They thought they just wrote her off as some Love and Hip Hop stripper, loud, ratchet, obnoxious chick that wasn't going to make it from the Bronx. But she defied all the odds, and she did make it. Because I remember and the thing with Nicki that I noticed, she will shout you out and she'll show you love as long as you're beneath her in some type of way, and as long as you're not doing better than her. The minute you start doing better than her is when she has an issue with you. And she's shown that with a lot of people. You know what I mean? For instance, when Remy Ma got out of jail, like I said, she didn't think that Remy would have got out and she would have been dropping these singles and she would have won an award. She had an issue with her. You know what I mean? Cardi B came out, and as soon as, she dropped that Bodak Yellow and she broke down a barrier with that, all of a sudden, the tune changed. And all of a sudden, Nicki had a problem with Cardi, and she went on the Beats One interview, crying her fake crocodile tears. It's like, girl, ain't nobody buying that. And a lot of people in the comments, you go on the Shade Room, Baller Alert, everybody's over it. You know what I mean? Everybody sees what Kim has been trying to tell you guys for the longest while. You know what I mean? But karma. So that all being said, the reason why I brought all of that up, it wasn't to bash old girl. It was just to say, looking at the state of female hip hop right now, you know what I mean? It can be so great for everybody. It doesn't have to be a one woman show. That attitude and that whole thing is so unnecessary, because, females, are needed in the game. It should be like how it was before. Like I said, females really understood the essence of music back then, hence why they were able to coexist. Regardless if there was, little beefs here and there, they were able to coexist and share the stage, share the platform. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I'm not trying to bash, but it's very unfortunate and it's very sad that someone would have that type of attitude, especially someone with so much influence. You would think that you would use that influence to really big woman up and do what you're supposed to do and help females out instead of tearing them down. So you know, like I said, I'm glad that all these females are doing their thing. I'm glad that Cardi really helped break that one woman narrative, and she's really just minding her business, doing her thing. That's what I like about Cardi. She's very unproblematic. You know, people might not like her for other reasons, but Cardi, you know, her album was good, Invasion of Privacy, you know. And you know, for what hip hop is today, Cardi makes good records, you know. She's doing her thing, and so is a lot of other people, you know. So I hope that more females continue to come out, and with this whole doll trend and trying to look like a Barbie and all this stuff, you females need to stop that. Like, honestly, it's just getting played out. Like, you know, at this point it's just ridiculous. But you know, I don't know. Yeah, you know, Kim really did a number on these females, because this damn Barbie thing, Kim, that you done made up, you know, everybody think they're a damn Barbie. You know, it's crazy. And the fact that old girl thinks she made that up is even crazier. You know, people really need to do their research. But yeah, I'm glad, you know, that females are doing their thing, and it's very refreshing, and congratulations to everybody that's out doing their thing. And yeah. But yeah, this video is getting kind of long, but yes, go check out Malibu Mitch. And you know, I'm gonna try to give these females a listen. Like I said, you know, I'm not a really big fan of new school artists. You know, literally the only two artists that I listen to from the new school would be like Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole, because like I can really tolerate them, you know, because everybody's on this trap music, trap beat, mumble rap, mumbo jumbo that I'm so not into. But yeah, you know, but yeah, just honestly, females, just don't be catty, do your thing, we can all coexist. And you know what I mean, you know, just get along, man. Just behave yourselves, and there's enough room for everybody, you know. You know, just let each other shine. And you know, hopefully there can be a ladies night part 2. I know Lil Kim has an album coming out. We're still waiting on Remy's album. Anything from Malibu Mitch, I'm excited for. You know what I mean? Females are just doing it right now, and I love it. I'm here for it. You know what I mean? And you know, yeah. And yo, that Sheether, like honestly, Nicki has not been the same after that damn Sheether. You know what I mean? That's why you leave people alone. You know what I mean? But you know, yo, people are gonna swear that this is some like Nicki bashing video, but I mean, she got what she deserved. You know what I mean? You know, it's been so long where you've been trolling and calling people your sons, and people need to sit down, and you know, you've been doing it since your come up. So it's like, girl, you need to do better. You know, like I said, I give props to where it's due. You know, you've been doing your thing for a while. Just give females a try. Please don't start any other beefs or nothing like that, because it's always love until somebody starts doing better than you. Just relax. But yeah, that's it. I would love to hear your thoughts. Comment below. Give me your thoughts on everything. Hit the subscribe button. And yeah, thank you so much for watching my video. And yeah, tell me what your thoughts are. All right? Peace.